let's kick things off by diving into a term that's been on Jerry Jones' mind recently: carryover. Now, Jerry's not ready to call the 2024 season a total success yet, but he does see potential for positive carryover from the Cowboys' recent wins. If you're wondering what that means, it's simple. Jerry believes the energy and momentum you build from one season or game can have a huge impact on the next. And after a rough start to this year, that's exactly what the team needs right now. Here's the thing. Jerry knows that it's not always just about starting fresh when a new season rolls around. The ups and downs from last year can carry over. He even mentions how the not-so-good moments, like the disappointing loss to Green Bay in the playoffs last year, could have affected the Cowboys' mindset going into the start of 2024. It's clear that the good stuff and the bad stuff have a way of sticking with you. Now, I want to know what you think. Do you believe that the momentum from these recent wins can carry into the rest of the season, or do you feel that this team needs something more to truly turn it around? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'm curious to hear your take. Before we move on, if you're enjoying this discussion, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss out on all the Cowboys news. We're getting closer to 12,000 subscribers, and with your help, we can get there faster. So Jerry's feeling some hope that the team is heading in the right direction, but let's take a deeper look at how the Cowboys have turned things around lately. Stay with me, I've got more coming up. Alright, now that we've covered what carryover means, let's talk about how the Cowboys have managed to turn things around over the last few weeks. I'm sure you've been following the team closely, so you know how rough the start of this season was. At 3-7, it seemed like the Cowboys were stuck in a slump that wouldn't end, but then something clicked. It all started with those two big division wins in just 5 days. It wasn't just about the victories themselves, it was the way the team looked. The energy was different, the confidence was back, and that momentum seemed to breathe new life into the Cowboys. These wins lit a spark under the whole team, and Jerry Jones is feeling that spark. He even mentioned that these wins, along with the mini-bye week of 11 days between Thanksgiving and the next game, have given the team a fresh boost. That's a lot of time to rest, regroup, and sharpen up. But here's the thing, Jerry's not calling it a success just yet. He knows the team still has work to do. Even with those two victories, there's a long way to go before we can say this season is back on track. But those wins were a major shift, and the team has definitely regained some confidence. What do you think? Do you feel like this momentum could push the Cowboys all the way to the playoffs? Or are you still cautious, waiting to see more? Consistency. Vote in the poll right now and let us know your thoughts. And if you're finding this breakdown helpful, make sure to subscribe and enable the notification bell so you're always up to date on all things Cowboys. Your support helps us grow, and we're aiming for 12,000 subscribers. We'd love for you to be part of that. With the team on the upswing, we'll next talk about how the defense has played a key role in this turnaround. Stick around, you won't want to miss it. Now that we've seen how the Cowboys have started turning things around, let's talk about what's truly been driving the team in these last few games: the defense. Jerry Jones himself has been vocal about how impressed he's been with the way the defense has been performing lately. And honestly, can you blame him? Over the past 3 games, the Cowboys' defense has forced 6 turnovers. That's huge, especially in a league where turnovers can change the course of a game in an instant. One of the things Jerry mentioned that's really stood out to him and how the defense isn't just doing their job, they're playing. He spoke about the players being in the right spots, yes, but also having the freedom and confidence to make plays. It's not just about being a good defense, it's about being a defense that's hungry for turnovers and constantly looking for ways to get the ball back for the offense. Take DeMarvion Overshown, for example. He's been stepping up and showing what he can do on the field. It's not just about individual stats, though. It's about how this defense is coming together as a unit, each player trusting the others and playing with a swagger we haven't seen in a while. With the Cincinnati Bengals coming up next, Jerry's excited for the opportunity this game presents. The Bengals offense has one of the best passing duos in the NFL in Joe Burrow and Ja'Marr Chase, so this will be a serious test for the defense. But Jerry's confident that the defense's recent form can carry over into this game and beyond. It's a chance for them to prove that their improvements are real and that they can continue to make plays when it matters most. Now, I've got to ask you, with the defense playing at such a high level, who do you think has been the most important defensive player in these last few games? Is it Overshown or maybe someone else? Drop your pick in the comments and let's discuss it. And hey, if you're enjoying the breakdowns and want to stay on top of all things Cowboys, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss any of our future videos. We're so close to 12,000 subscribers, and your support means everything to us. So we've covered the defense, but what about the leadership that's holding this whole thing together? In the next chapter, we'll dive into the crucial role of Mike McCarthy in this turnaround. Stay tuned. Alright, let's take a moment to talk about one of the most important figures in this entire Cowboys turnaround, head coach. Mike McCarthy. Jerry Jones has made it clear that he's been incredibly impressed with McCarthy's leadership, especially during the tough times. After a rough start to the season, when the team was struggling with injuries and some disappointing losses, McCarthy's calm and steady presence has been a key factor in keeping the locker room together. Jerry has always praised McCarthy for his no-nonsense approach. He's genuine, direct, and doesn't sugarcoat things with the players. And when things weren't going well, McCarthy didn't let the team lose sight of the bigger picture. He's been a rock for the Cowboys, and his leadership has helped the players stay focused on what matters most, improvement week by week. Now, Jerry's never doubted McCarthy's ability to be a great coach, and this season, despite the early struggles, he's been proven right. McCarthy's ability to rally the troops when it seemed like everything was falling apart speaks volumes about his character. It's not just about X's and O's, it's about being a leader that the players respect and believe in. What do you think about McCarthy's leadership so far this season? Do you feel like he's earned your trust, or are you still on the fence? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Let's get a conversation going. And before we move on to the next chapter, if you're enjoying this breakdown and want to stay updated with all things Cowboys, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. We're getting closer to 12,000 subscribers, and your support means a lot to us. Next up, let's talk about the playoffs. Do the Cowboys still have a shot? Stick around as we break it down in the next chapter. Now, let's talk about the playoffs. Yes, even after a shaky start, Jerry Jones believes the Cowboys still have a shot at making it. With a 3-7 record early on, it seemed like a long shot, but after those big division wins and the defensive improvements, the Cowboys still have an outside chance. At postseason play, sure, it's a challenge and the odds are long, but Jerry isn't giving up hope. He sees the potential for this team to keep improving, and if they do, anything is possible. Of course, Jerry knows that to make the playoffs, the Cowboys need to play even better than they have in these last two games. The road ahead won't be easy, and every win from here on out matters. But what's encouraging is the fact that Jerry sees the team trending in the right direction. He knows that it's all about improving week to week and staying focused on what's ahead. And let's not forget, the Bengals are next on the schedule. Despite their 2024 record, they're still a dangerous team with a dynamic passing attack led by Joe Burrow and Ja'Marr Chase. This game will be a huge test for the Cowboys' defense, but if they can rise to the occasion, it could be another big momentum boost as they continue their push for the playoffs. Do you believe that the Cowboys can actually make the playoffs this season, or do you think it's too little, too late? Vote in the poll and let me know what you think. I'd love to hear your opinion on this. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. We're getting close to 12,000 subscribers, and your support helps us keep bringing you the best Cowboys content out there. Next, we'll wrap things up with a quick look ahead at what's next for the Cowboys. Let's finish strong in the final chapter. Alright, we've talked a lot about the Cowboys' recent momentum, the role of the defense, and the leadership of Mike McCarthy. Now, let's look ahead and ask, what's next for this team as we move into the final stretch of the season? The playoffs may still be a possibility, but the Cowboys need to continue improving week by week if they're going to make it. First things first, the game against Cincinnati is a big one. We've already touched on how dangerous their offense is, but this is the perfect opportunity for the Cowboys to prove that they're not just back on track, they're better than they've been all season. A win here would boost their playoff hopes and give them even more confidence heading into the rest of the schedule. But beyond just one game, the Cowboys need to maintain this focus. The defense is clicking, the offense is showing signs of improvement, and McCarthy's leadership is holding it all together. If this team can continue to gel and build on what they've done in these past few weeks, they have a real shot at making a deep run, whether that's in the playoffs or just by finishing strong in the regular season. But here's a question for you. What do you think will be the key factor for the Cowboys' success in these final games? Will it be the defense, the leadership, or something else? Let me know in the comments. I can't wait to hear your thoughts. Before we wrap things up, don't forget to subscribe and ring the notification bell. We're almost at 12,000 subscribers, and your support is crucial in helping us reach that goal. Thank you for being part of the Cowboys News TV community. It's going to be an exciting final stretch. Let's see where this team goes.